Would you like to introduce yourself, Annalyn?
Yes, I'm also a registered nurse in the Philippines, and I'm still currently working on my registration for British Columbia for RN.
That's good to hear. And where are you right now? You're in.
I'm in Courtney. It's in
Mhm,
Vancouver Island.
Vancouver Island. That's good. Thank you. And Sumaya, would you like to introduce yourself quickly?
Hello, good morning. I'm
Good.
Smaya, a registered nurse from Ghana. I'm currently working on coming to Canada, but I'm currently in Ghana.
You're
I've
still
been
in
able
Ghana.
to, yes, I've been able to get my passport, but I'm yet to, my visa. I'm yet to hear from NCAS on when my date will be scheduled for the exams.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I think we had a little bit of a poor connection. So you said that you got your visa already? It's already approved?
Yes, it has been approved.
That's really good. That's a visit visa, right?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Okay. And when are you coming? When are you arriving here?
For now, I don't know. NCAS has not yet giving me when I'll be having my exam. That's what I'm waiting for now.
Oh, did you inform them that you already have your visa ready?
Yes, yes, I have informed them, but they've not reached out to me yet.
Okay. Because your visa has a validity period. So you have to
Yeah.
make sure that, you know, did they give you like a long validity period for your visa?
For about I had 6 years on it, but
Six
it's for
years.
a visiting.
That's good, Annalyn. Sorry, I can't hear you. You were saying something?
Yeah, I think
Yes, my passport had 6 years. For
Yeah, it's okay. I think the connection is really poor because
for
she's still in
it
Ghana.
to be expired.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm waiting for now. Waiting for the. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm really glad that you're coming over. Annalyn is already here and she's been here for like more than a year now, right? 2 years?
2 years.
2 years. And Annalyn will have her NCAS assessment soon.
Oh,
Exciting times ahead.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Sorry?
it also took me a while to wait for my schedule. Actually applied since last year, and I just got my schedule late January. So
Wow.
I waited long. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It's a
you just
long
have
time.
to really like do a follow-up through email because they do
Okay.
respond.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm really sorry, guys, that the YouTube live wasn't working. So I'll just send this link here. Just a second. Please bear with me. So the reason why we have this meet and greet is basically for you to ask me any questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. So it can be anything about nursing, or it can be nursing in Canada in particular, or your assessment exams. My nursing journey was a little bit different than some of you, and the same at the same time, the process before was a little bit lengthier than now. So there are a lot of updates, and some of them I may not be able to speak to. Annalyn might know more on those areas, but happy to answer any of your questions. Do you want to start,
Okay.
Annalyn? Yes, Sumaya?
Okay. My question is about the practicals. I wanted to know how everything goes about. I've actually watched. I started following you on YouTube. I think last year, yes. And I watched your videos. I was able to contact you. I wanted to know how the practicals, how it goes about. Yeah.
Are you talking about the NCAS simulation lab assessment
Yes,
in
the
particular?
simulation lab assessment. Yeah.
Okay.
Assessment.
So depending on the type of nursing license that you're applying, are you on a double track, triple track, or just for registered nursing?
I'm for just registered nurse.
Okay. So if you're just for registered nursing, then you have to prepare for 5 case scenarios. What happens is that when you arrive at Langara, there's a section in there that you will be asked to wait. And you can in that location you can still read some notes if you brought any. You can talk to other examinees that are also about to do their assessments that time. So basically you can do whatever you want in that area, but you're asked not to make a lot of noises because the assessment's ongoing. Once once they're done with the batch that are ahead of you, then you will be called in, and then there will be an orientation room. In that orientation room, you will be told about housekeeping. So it's more like what's expected of you, like the rules that they have in there. You're not allowed to bring personal effects in the laboratory. You're not allowed if you have water, that's okay. You just make sure that it's in a clear container. Um, Basically, as a registered nurse, you will be given 5 case scenarios, and those case scenarios are inside a room. So it's like a lab room. Each lab room will either have a single chair outside that lab room, either facing the lab room or just next to the lab room door. And then you will be asked to sit there until you're called in to enter the room. When you're called in to enter the room, you will be given a little bit of an introduction before you before your time starts. So when your time starts, you'll be given 5 minutes to review the case. There will be like a desk in there where you will see the patient's health records in the case scenario. And then once the 5 minutes time is up, or when you feel like you're ready, that you've already reviewed those documents in there, then you can start doing your nursing assessment.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
thank you.
And, mhm.
Also about the computer-based assessment also, how many um, questions, or it's just they don't give any number of questions for the assessment?
You're asking about the total number of the NCAS questions, sorry?
Yes, for the computer-based assessment, I was asking how it also goes about.
Sorry, I think our connection is not that great, but if I remember it right, there's like 140 um, CBA questions, and then you'll be given like 3 hours to complete. So it's not like NCLEX, wherein I'm not sure if you've done NCLEX already, Sumaya, but when I did my NCLEX, I was part of the old NCLEX type of questions. And so in the NCLEX question, the computer will kick you out. It will automatically say that, you're done with the NCLEX examination as soon as the computer detects that you have enough, that you've answered a certain number of questions that demonstrates your competency or does not demonstrate your competency. So the computer will kick you out and stop you from moving further to answer additional questions. once it detects that you've passed or you've failed. For NCAS, it will not stop. So basically, you will be answering all the questions that that will be given to you in NCAS.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think it. If I'm not mistaken, it's 140 questions. But I may be wrong. Let me. Do you know Annalyn? That's what I know last time.
I don't know how many
Let me.
questions.
Yeah, let me open our shared folder just a second because I think I saved it in there. Just a sec. Sorry, bear with me. I don't want to give wrong information, so I just want to make sure. So I'll just go back to the sim lab. So the sim lab, it says that 25 minutes for each station. So again, that's 5 minutes to review the case or the health record of that patient, and then 20 minutes to demonstrate your competencies. So if it's like a five for our ends, 5 scenarios. So 5 times 25, it's gonna be around like 2, 4, 6. So around 3 hours, right? Because they're in between, you have to wait. And there's the orientation as well that happens. There's also a debrief, by the way, on your SLA. Let me just go back to do your CBA question just to make sure that I don't give you incorrect or old information. Sorry for the wait. So in the blueprint, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the blueprint. Are you familiar with it, Annalyn or
Yes,
Sumaya?
Yes,
How
fairly.
about
I'm really familiar with it. I read it from their website, the
yeah,
NCAS website. Everything.
you've
Mm.
read the blueprint. That's good. Yeah. So the blueprint is more like your Bible when it comes to NCAS. Yeah.
That's the only guide we have for now.
Yeah. There's really not much. I mean,
Yeah,
there
it's,
are other
yeah.
resources within Canada that you can have. Um, but when it comes to information, it really is the blueprint and the NCAS website.
I'm not sure if they've indicated the number of questions missed, but I think I remember is the number of hours it will take for you to finish the exam, depending on which which registration you're assessed for. Because for me, I'm for triple track, and it's 5 hours worth of examination. That's what is mentioned on the blueprint.
5 hours because you're triple
Yeah.
track.
Yes, because I'll be assessed for
Oh,
different questions, set of questions for RN, LPN, and healthcare aid.
yes. You know what? I stand corrected. So I have the information now. It's 100 questions
Okay.
for 3 hours. So then if you're done early, if you finish those questions, then you can finish early, right? So just to allude to what you mentioned, Annalyn, about the triple track or the double track, I do had mentees before that they applied for triple track, but then they decided not to do the care aid nor the LPN any longer. So what they did, they just emailed NCAS and informed NCAS that, hey, I don't want to be assessed for this role any longer or for this registration any longer. I just want to be assessed for this. So NCAS can do that if you wanna go down that route. But at the end of the day, it depends on you, right? If you want to do your triple track, double track, or just your RN. But it happened before, and NCAS would just let you do that as well.
Oh, I really didn't know, Miss. I thought that I'll be going through all of those, but I don't want to go through the healthcare aid. part
Mm-hmm.
already. So maybe I'll email them. I didn't know that I can do that.
Yes, you can do that. Yeah, I know. It's just that's the thing. There's not much a lot of information, and that's the reason why it helps to have a mentor. Um, because it's hard when you move here and you don't know anybody, you don't have a lot of contacts, and at the same time you're going through the process and you're not sure, right? Sometimes when you're new in this country, um, it's not easy to get information. So, and as you all know, there's not much online, right? Yeah. So yeah, the reason why they do the triple track is because previously or historically, what happened is that when an internationally educated nurse arrives in Canada and the RN or the LPN assessment takes years to complete. So some people before it takes them an average of 2 to 6 years. So in that period, they rather get assessed for the RCA role instead, the registered care aid role, or the LPN role, simply because the RN route before was very long, and so they can work as a care aide, or they can work as an LPN whilst waiting and working towards their RN registration. But and previously as well, the NCAS assessment for the care aid ones was $2,000, and you had to pay it separately. It was a separate process, it's a separate payment. But now it's cost effective and you also get reimbursed, right? So that's a good thing about the revamped process now. Any questions?
For the I have a question for
Mm-hmm.
the CBA also. When it comes to um the study, as we said on the blueprint, there is no much information. I'm just reading anything or just having information about anything. Is there anything that can guide us
I'm
based
sorry.
on like the guide us based on the CBA? On even though on the blueprints we have we have some topics that we
Mhm.
can do. But see, I still feel like it's not enough. I don't know if I'm doing good or I'm just, I don't know about how the exam would be. Just, I don't know.
Okay, so I think you're asking about what you will expect, like what
Yes,
kind of nursing questions or exam type you will expect. Is that what you're asking?
yes, and based